to Mono Rants at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and she's got the whole world in her hand. It's my co-host and master of none, Ciara.
The whole wide world in its hands.
So you're the little girl in this case and not the serial killer?
The little girl could be the serial killer, who knows?
Or why not both?
Yeah.
But one of the best serial killers. Well, not best, but like...
Steve Buscemi in this role is responsible in part for my fascination with serial killers.
Yeah,
because he's just so fucking weird.
Yeah, well, that's what my first note about Garland Green is the reason we all love serial killers.
Yeah. Like, he's a total mash of all of them, like, with the Bundy's kind of eloquence, and he just comes out with some really weird shit.
He's brilliant. Great. He's fantastic.
I love the fact that everybody's fucking terrified of him.
Considering he's only on screen for like probably about 10 minutes.
Oh, he's fantastic.
And same with most of the rest of the characters. They're all so fucking memorable.
Oh, they're caricatures of people, which is what makes them memorable. Yeah.
No, maybe none of them are particularly deep, but they're pretty much all hella fun and definitely all ridiculous.
Whoever organised that flight has some splaining to do with bad idea.
Yeah, well, several bad ideas.
Oh, many bad choices were made.
Yeah, but we'll get onto them in time. Because today we are talking Con Air.
Woo! It's literally one of my all-time favourite films.
Oh yeah, this 1997.
I love this movie.
Prime Nicolas Cage.
Stupidly love this film. John Malkovich, Steve Buscemi.
Oh, the cast is fantastic.
Yeah.
The characters are fantastic. It's prime 90s action. It's prime Nicolas Cage.
Sally Can't Dance.
It's Jerry Bruckheimer. It's explosions and wailing guitar solos, but they're not great.
Fucking guitar. In the second half of that film, that guitar kicks in.
It's from about Lerner Field
onwards, yeah.
It is the most awful.
And once you notice it, you can never unnotice it, and I've ruined it for everybody. You're welcome.
Oh, it's terrible. It is truly terrible. And I mean, we're talking about a film that has Leanne Rimes' How Do I Live as its theme song.
Yeah. It's the song that made her big.
And that's not even the worst thing about it.
It's
14. The fucking guitar solos.
Yeah.
No.
Cameron Poe's accent.
Or are we just listening to things we don't like now?
No.
Leanne Rimes, Cameron Poe's accent.
But it has one of my favourite people of all time in it, even though it's only very, very brief.
Who?
John S. Davis.
Oh, God, yeah, of course. Hammond.
Of Texas.
Yes.
Like, he's literally in it for 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah, but, like, trust you to focus on the 30-second bit actor in the middle of the film as opposed to any of the other cast around
But
it.
it's Don S. Davis.
Yeah, it is Don S. Davis.
It's Don S. Davis.
We'll let you away with it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Don S. Davis aside, the cast is massive. Nicolas Cage...
Nicolas Cage, and this was like peak action Nicolas Cage. This was like Face Off and The Rock, and what else was he in around this time?
Well, the three of those, Face Off, The Rock and this, were released, I think, inside of a year of each other.
And I love Face Off as well. He's fucking amazing in that. I love me some Nicolas Cage because he's ridiculous.
I prefer this to Face Off, I think.
I prefer this. I enjoy Face Off, but I have to be in the mood to watch it. And that's mainly because of John Travolta.
Yeah, no, I think this is one that I would probably have watched the most out of the three of them.
It is infinitely
The Rock is good fun. It's good fun.
I find The Rock gets a bit plot heavy.
Yeah,
it's a slower pace to this. This is like,
here's
some setup.
This is 2 hours long as well, but the pacing on it is really
it goes
good.
setup, action, like it little.
Yeah, there's a bit more setup at the start, but. Yeah, you got like...
Well, the plane takes off 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
They're out of the handcuffs 23 minutes in.
Yeah.
Shit's going down 25 minutes in.
And it's like, it's 10 minutes to establish the plot.
Yeah.
It's Ranger comes home, gets in a fight, kills a guy,
also,
goes to prison.
Side note for how stupid that guy in that bar is.
Oh yeah, those idiot hicks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's because of pussies like you that we lost Vietnam.
Dude.
1996, they've just won the Gulf War.
Yeah. And if he's a regular and your man's been gone for
however long,
3 months.
Yeah.
Hit on her any other day than the day her husband, who's a ranger, has just come home.
Stupid hick's gonna be stupid, I guess.
Yeah. And
the plot has to happen.
Yeah, plot does have to happen.
But all that happens relatively quickly. It's 10 minutes until we get to the plane and the intro of all the cons. Which is good because, I mean, that prison montage could have been very painful.
I do very much enjoy the Twilighty style swoopy camera shot down the prison, the hallway during the riot.
It's about one of the only notes in my section for visuals on this film because it's not...
It's so swoopy, but if you've ever seen the first Twilight, there's
loads of that.
Literally all of the camera work is like that. If you get motion sick, do not watch that film.
But yeah, that's about my only notes in visuals. Because otherwise it's just fine, nothing special, 90s action fare, and weird camera angle during riot at start. And that's it. That's all I have for visuals. Because it's fine. Like, it's a 90s action film.
Yeah, shit blows up. And yeah, we have multiple cameras to catch that.
Yeah. But we've gone on well, I was going to say, it's not even a tangent. We've just gone well into detail before we even hit the summary.
Yeah.
Shall we go for a summary?
Yes.
When ex-Army Ranger Cameron Poe is discharged, he comes home, has one dance with his wife, and then kills a guy. 8 years later, and newly paroled, Poe is released and he hitches a ride home on Con Air, a prison transport plane. But as soon as the plane is loaded up with the worst of the worst and takes off, the Cons stage a jailbreak and take over the plane. Now, with the help of one US Marshal on the ground, it's up to Cameron to stop the prisoners, take back the plane, and make it home to his wife and child.
Yeah, he just skips the haircut.
He does skip the haircut.
Yeah. I love his Disney princess moment when he gets off the bus and like,
the wind is blowing
in his face.
His freedom moment.
Yeah, in the middle of this like massive spectacle of all these like fucking super dangerous criminals being transported to a new Supermax facility. So they put them all on the same plane.
Yeah.
Because, you've got this like, there's dogs, there's like heavily armed prison services, there's helicopters going around. Like there's like guys with like fucking, a whole slave yard's worth of chainage essentially. And then like there's a lot of shit going on there because the only reason I mentioned the chains and that is because you have that scene later on when they're pulling the plane out.
Yeah.
And Diamond Dog has the whip and he's going at them, and I just love that shot. When you see it earlier on, the kind of the modern equivalent of slavery. I'm sure he didn't mean to be that deep. I've just made that link in my mind and I'm quite happy with it.
Well, I'm sure he is a black militant, so I'm sure he's only too happy to be whipping some white boys.
Oh, yeah.
And rightly fucking so.
Yeah.
But yeah, then Nicolas Cage steps off the bus like he's fucking Fabio and his hair is blowing in the wind.
That fucking hair, dude. Seriously, there are some people who cannot pull off long hair. Nicolas Cage is one of them. He looks like he should be wearing a trench coat and hanging out in a bush.
He kind of does. The long hair, I mean, it is what it is. It's there. It's instantly recognisable as Nicolas Cage in Con Air, though. If you show anybody a still of him with that hair.
Sidebar, why are all the convicts wearing belts? Every single last one of them is wearing a fucking belt.
I don't know. Maybe they all protested for their right to
hang themselves.
I was going to say autoerotically asphyxiate.
It's an embarrassing death.
Well, it's only Poe's belt, you see.
No, they were all wearing belts when you see them later on. Again, when they're heaving that old plane out of there.
Well, I mean, there's a lot. It's a 90s action film. Yeah. Nothing is, like, factually correct. That's not how diabetes works.
That is not how diabetes works. He shouldn't even be on that bus in the very...
Like, and if you operate a prison, what's your, like, number one worry?
Prisoners taking over shit?
Well, prisoners breaking out, yeah. And if you operate a prison plane, what should be your number one worry?
Prisoners taking over the plane.
But there's no contingency plan for anything like this.
We have a contingency plan for zombies.
So, yeah, no, it's a 90s action film.
Yeah.
Things are stupid.
Yeah, it's
and
hilarious.
That is just one of them.
Yeah, it's like that bus jump in Speed.
Oh, God. I was going to say future episode, but nah.
Speed?
Nah, I don't
think
so. Demolition Man.
However, the bus jump in Blues Brothers.
The car jump.
Yeah.
I personally prefer the Nazis falling out of the sky. But I do love that while we're on the subject, kind of. I do love that con intro, just listing off all the cons and who they are.
I really liked that because we've seen it done a lot, especially in most recent years with Suicide Squad. Yeah. Where they're doing these are the worst of the worst, blah, 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 blah. Whereas in this, it was actually believable as they were approaching, and the way that you get it as a voiceover, just very practical, reading off as they're being checked out.
Yeah, well, and it makes sense as well.
In it, so you're still getting the story moving without it being a static image, cha-chink, here's this guy, cha-chink, here's this guy.
And within the context of the film, it makes sense because there's the two DEA agents there one of whom is getting on the plane.
Mr. Molina!
What?
The DEA agent that gets on the plane, the only thing I know him from, again, Twilight, is Mr. Molina. He's the teacher.
Oh, right.
In it, yeah.
Yeah, because...
He made some bad choices.
Because in my list of characters, and fuck me, is it a list? I just have him down as dumbass DEA agent.
Yeah, that's... I can't remember what they do.
Sims?
I think he's Sims.
Dumbass DEA agent.
Yeah. Literally the only thing he was missing was the green plumb bob.
What?
The plumb bob in The Sims. The green
Oh,
thing.
sorry. No, his name is Sims.
Yeah, I know. And he stuck out like a sore fucking thumb on that plane.
Yeah, he really did. But yeah, because they're there, obviously they need to know everybody who's on the plane, not just their target, as it were.
Yeah.
And you get, obviously you get other characters that come on later in Carson City, so it's not just a massive, big, long parade of them.
No, it's you're basically, it's the federal max ones they list off. So Diamond Dog, who blew up an NRA meeting.
I love that line about him blowing up an NRA. I'm not sure if it's a meeting or an NRA headquarters.
I think it's the NRA headquarters. Kind of like would prefer it to be the NRA headquarters.
Yeah, because it represents the basest negativity of the white race.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you go, Diamond Dog.
Yeah.
You blow up that NRA building.
It's a Diamond Dog, great fun, so that's Ving Rhames.
Not like an Irish person to be in favour of bombings or anything, but...
No. Billy Bedlam is first off the bus.
Yeah, you should have put the bunny back in the box, Toombs.
Yeah,
because it's Nick Chinland.
Yeah, I love Nick Chinland. He always makes bad decisions.
I completely forgot he was Billy Bedlam.
No, I love Riddick, so it's like, again, the two things I know him from are Billy Bedlam, put the bunny back in the box, and Toombs should have taken the deal. Toombs. Both things were shouted at the screen anytime he was on it.
And again, my only note for Billy Bedlam is you should have put the bunny back in the box, Toombs.
Oh, no. I love his crime. Just when they're talking about it, they're like, oh, he's a mass murderer. He caught his wife cheating.
Yeah.
So instead of doing anything to them, he drives to the next town and kills her entire family,
and
including the dog.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, okay, at least they put some, like, because it could have been like, oh, this guy's like, they at least got inventive with it. So you're like, okay, these guys are really fucked up.
Yeah, because it would have been very easy to have just a whole bunch of angry cons.
Yeah.
But you've got Cyrus as like hyper-intelligent sociopath, psychopath. You've got
I like to
Diamond
think of
Dog
him as the Lex Luthor of the group.
Kinda, yeah. You've got
that's
Diamond
very
Dog
much his
as
vibe.
the second in command,
Muscle.
proper order, full-on militant, black militant.
Yay!
And then Billy Bedlam as your kind of psycho.
Yeah.
Johnny 23 obviously then is your rapist.
Well, he's not really involved in the plan. You get the introduction to him that Cyrus, a very young Danny Trejo. I think it's the first thing I saw Danny Trejo in as well.
Yeah.
And you have that great line from Cyrus the Virus when he's like, I despise rapists. For me, they're somewhere between scum of the earth and that white stuff that accumulates in the corner of your mouth when you're thirsty.
Yeah.
They call me Johnny 600 if they knew the truth.
Has Danny Trejo ever been young?
No, he's like Pete Postlethwaite. He's always been old.
Like, he's just
forever been old.
Because this is, 26
Do you
years
not
ago?
remember those pictures of The Rock when he's like 16? And he's got a full-on mustache and he was telling the story about
But there's a difference.
Skills.
There's a difference between somebody not aging and somebody always looking old.
Some people just look old.
Danny
There's that poor fucker on TikTok the other day who was like, I am 24.
Yeah. I mean, I love Danny Trejo. He's awesome. And I'm always happy to see Danny Trejo in anything. And he was also in Stargate.
He was really, really underused in Predators, though.
In Predators? Yeah. That sucks.
But he's great in Spy Kids.
I have never seen Spy Kids.
Oh my god, it's got the scariest monsters in the world, the Finger Man.
But he's great in this as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody is. But no, I do like that you have them all as very separate kinds of cons. Because then obviously you've got Garland Green as your serial killer.
The way he gets brought in when they pull up in that Brinks style armoured truck and they have the poles with the locks, so nobody gets within about 6 foot of him.
Like
and
he's a fucking velociraptor or something.
Yeah, like there should have been a dude in a safari hat following him, going like clever girl.
A straitjacket and a mask would have been enough.
No,
he's a man.
Not for this guy. Whereas Cyrus, who has killed 13 inmates, incited 3 prison riots and escaped twice, gets to shuffle on in shackles.
Yeah.
Like he clearly should have been the one in the straitjacket.
He would have been better in Garland's.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, they all would have been better off if he was in Garland's
place. Yeah, because that's it. Somebody's like, "Hey, are you crazy?" And he was like, "According to my last psych evaluation, yes."
Well, I mean, that's not even half of the characters, though. We still have
Pinball
as Dave Chappelle, who he is really fun in this. But fuck Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
I believe he ad-libbed an awful lot of the dialogue in it.
It is very, very fun.
But yeah, Pinball's a fun character.
Yeah.
But then you've got Sally Can't Dance.
I love me some Sally Can't Dance.
Yeah, Renoli Santiago.
Yeah!
Sally Can't Dance is, again, only on screen for probably 3 or 4 minutes.
Who cares?
But super memorable. Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing is so sweet because he's just this awesome redneck who's just having the time of his life.
Yeah, and once again, my only note for Swamp Thing is if Lemmy was a pilot and a fireman.
With a little bit of your man who was the roadie. He was in With an Illinois, and he's the roadie.
Oh, the Cumberwell carrot.
Because it's a Cumber. It's shaped like a carrot, and it was rolled in Cumberwell.
Yeah, no, that's...
And he sleeps upside down. Look at that.
MC Gainey.
Yeah.
He's great in it. My favourite bit is when he's switching out the transponder and Pinball comes up to him and it's like, "You're Swamp Thing? That's right. Yep. You're going to fly the plane? That's right." And then he sees him like taking out the transponder and looks at him and it's just like, "You white trash know some awful crazy shit," or something like that. And he's like, "That's right."
They do though.
White trash know some crazy shit?
They're best, most innovative people on the planet. I saw one guy who had wired his engine start to the key open button, and did that himself.
I love the scoop off the digger sitting over the fire of the impromptu hot tub.
Oh, or lining out the back of pickup trucks to make a pool for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's not to love?
Well, the racism and homophobia and bigotry of rednecks and hicks, but credit where credit's due. They're inventive.
To treat them like that, how will they learn?
You're not usually the voice of reason.
No, I'm not, but I do have a soft spot for the inventiveness of people.
Oh yeah, no, they are inventive, but
Yeah.
And then in terms of our good guys, as it were, we have dumbass DEA agent.
Dumbass DEA agent who's Sims.
Sally Bishop, because is it even a 90s action film if you don't have a badass Latina character?
Oh yeah, no, Bishop is awesome, I love her.
And I don't mean that to be derogatory because I kind of miss that trope.
Yeah, because whatchamacallit, Arnold Schwarzenegger, yellow quilted jumpsuit.
Running Man.
That's the one.
I've completely forgotten her name. Maria Conchita Alonso.
Yes! I always forget it's her!
That's actually knocked the name out of my head of the girl who plays Bishop, but she is also Arnie's co-star in Total Recall.
Yes.
And then obviously in Aliens. And I just miss badass Latina female characters.
Well, she's not Latina in Aliens.
No.
The character is,
but she's not. Yeah, so Bishop, you've got Malloy, which is Colin Meaney, being a dickhead DEA agent, as opposed to a dumbass DEA agent.
His introduction, because I'd forgotten that the character...
is such a tosser.
No, I had forgotten that the character was such a tosser, but I'd forgotten that at the very start of it, they actually don't know each other.
Yeah. For
how much animosity is between them and sniping.
They develop it pretty quickly.
Yeah,
but Malloy doesn't do himself any favours.
No, Malloy comes screeching up in one of the most beautiful little vintage cars I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And that just is a total knob.
Oh, he's an absolute knob.
He's such a fucking arsehole. If he did that in Dublin, number one, that car would be gone. And if that car wasn't gone, somebody would have fucked dip thing on it.
But Larkin says, he goes, "Oh, it's a beautiful car." And Malloy's response is, "Sunrises are beautiful. Newborn babies are beautiful. This is fucking spectacular."
Then throws it
into reverse and screeches away from them as they're trying to say hello and
into a handicap parking space. Just to reiterate how much of a fucking knob he is.
He is. And I mean, Larkin is as much of a smartass. That's John Cusack's character.
Yeah.
He's as much of a smartass, but he's like reasonable and logical, and he's not a complete asshole to everybody around him.
When the pair of them, he does get very patronising towards Malloy, which is his kind of defence technique. He
gets patronising and antagonistic towards him, but to everybody else, he's fairly sound and reasonable guy.
Yeah, because he actually knows Sims, the DEA agent that's being embedded.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like, "Oh yeah, we've met previously."
Oh, right.
But Larkin's supposed to be a US Marshal. I'm pretty sure the Marshals have disavowed this film.
Oh, they wanted nothing to do with it from the start. They were like, "Oh, you're making a film about Con Air? What happened? No, fuck off."
Sorry, we had no contingency. Yeah. I felt like he could have been maybe not a marshal, but somebody else, because making him a marshal just seemed to give him authority that he doesn't really use, or seemed to be like...
Well, no, because there's a more senior agent.
Yeah.
The other guy, I can't remember his name, but the other fella who gets into the helicopter with Larkin when they first
Oh,
jump into
the
helicopters.
older guy.
He's an older he's an older marshal. He's senior to Larkin because he's pleading with him. He's like, please don't do this. Don't shoot it down. So I think that's why he doesn't have the authority to override Malloy.
Yeah.
But the banter between the two of them, some of it's great. And then the only other people we have are Baby O, Bubba Gump.
Bubba Gump, yeah. McKelty.
I'm not going to attempt to pronounce
Williamson.
it because I will just butcher it.
Also, Rachel Ticotin is Bishop.
Thank you. Baby O is just there being sweaty and dying of diabetes for most of the film.
That's not how diabetes works.
No, that's not how diabetes works.
Yeah, not in the slightest.
But
she was also in Falling Down.
Oh, word.
Yeah. I haven't watched that in a very long time.
Falling Down, doesn't hold up at all.
Yeah, but in Finnish, it's got the best name ever.
One Bad Day.
Yes.
And then the only people we haven't talked about are the Poes.
The Poes. So
Baby Poe, Mama Poe, and Daddy Poe.
Daddy Poe and his terrible accent.
He's a good southern boy. Honour, chivalry, blah, blah, blah.
Whatever.
We just want to see him beat up cons. That's all. We just want to see him be Nicolas Cage and beat up cons.
Yeah.
And that's what we
get.
And
not look at explosions while his hair flutters in the breeze.
Yep.
While he desperately clutches a syringe and runs.
Yeah, and talk about putting the bunny back in the box.
Put the bunny back in the box. Oh, the montage. I'm actually quite glad the prison montage is very, very short because I cannot stand the voiceovers of the letter, right?
Yeah.
Because it's his real bad Alabama accent and then it's a small child reading something, neither of which are pleasant to the ear.
Not to us anyway.
No. The riot is fun though.
The riot is short. He's just sitting there reading a book.
Yeah, in the middle of it all going on.
What's Baby O in prison for? Did we ever find out?
No, I don't think we ever find out. He's being transferred.
Yeah, he's being transferred and he's the prison librarian.
So well, that's where he works. He works in
but I assume you don't get the librarian job unless you're fairly well behaved and probably not a violent criminal.
No, well, he's diabetic, so he needs the guards to be on his side because apparently they really do control his insulin supply because when he's on the bus heading for the plane, he's like, they didn't give me my shot last night, and it's like, you shouldn't be upright.
Well, also, all the symptoms he has are of somebody who has low blood sugar.
Yeah.
So he just needs food.
Yeah, just put something in his mouth.
If
you can't have insulin, just give him some jellies, Lucozade sweets.
Yeah, no, if he was high, he would need insulin.
He'd be in a coma. Either way, he would be in a coma by about the midpoint of the film.
And let's not forget, he gets gut shot too.
Yeah.
Dude is invincible.
Yeah, he really is.
So that's all the characters. And it's time to finish the podcast. There's so many, but they are all, more or less, all really memorable. Certainly a lot of the con characters.
The cons are, you've also got Sandino, who gets on in Carson City, who is the funder of this whole expedition.
I'm going to be honest with you.
You've forgotten about Sandino?
I completely forgot about that.
The only reason I haven't forgotten about Sandino is it's the super slick back ponytail.
No, I haven't forgotten about him since we watched the film. I had forgotten about him before sitting down to watch it. No,
it's also the jet sequence. And then he gets blown up in the petrol station. Hey!
Yeah, I had forgotten about that as well.
But he's the funder of this little thing, but you kind of...
He's not even on my list of characters.
Yeah, no, I realise that. He's just kind of there, and he's a smarmy South American drug lord. He's going to double cross them because what else would you expect from your South American drug lord?
Yeah.
At least he doesn't have rampaging hippos. But I like how Poe sows the seeds of dissension in Diamond Dog's mind by being like, how well do you know this guy? Because all I know about him is he blew up a yacht with two of his cousins on board.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be quick to drop some hired hands.
Yeah, and you've got Diamond Dog going, hang on, what now?
I do like the dynamic between Poe and Cyrus, the way they both are going around influencing people.
Yeah.
And Cyrus uses various different forms of control for various different cons. And similarly, Poe uses various different types of suggestions, like he's trying to get Diamond Dog being like, oh, what's a black militant like you doing taking orders from a white boy on a power trip?
He does have a good response for that though, because he's like, only until
we're free and then the day of the dog will come. But yeah, no, I like the way they're both kind of playing their game. It's one of the more well-written aspects of the film.
This is John Malkovich and one of my favourite types of John Malkovich-y roles.
Yes.
Which is with very, very quick dialogue. I love his delivery. I keep saying to you that you need to watch Dangerous Liaisons.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Just no.
But him opposite Glenn Close, and it's all sharp words. If you like John Malkovich, it's well worth watching.
Is it better than this?
It depends on whether you like 18th century French drama.
No.
No,
I don't.
Very, very young Keanu Reeves doing a really bad accent.
Nope. That's not making your case very strongly here. I will stick with Cyrus the Virus. Because he is. He's just so fun and so over the top.
He is. Although his threats are very, if you blank that blank, I'll blank your blank.
Yeah.
They get the first one, you're like, ooh, and then it happens again and you're like, oh.
I think his best one is to the pilot, where he says, if you don't do what I say, the next wings you see will be of the flies
buzzing around your
rotting
rotted
fucking
corpse. No. My favourite is one to Johnny 23, which is if your dick jumps out of your plants, you jump out of this plane.
Actually, yeah, that's the best one.
That's the best one?
That's the best one. You're right.
Oh yeah, you're somewhere between a cockroach and the white stuff that accumulates at the corner of your mouth when you're thirsty.
He'd be right. He'd be right too.
Sorry, because I'm just on the quotes, and because Garland Green comes out with some amazing observations as well.
Oh, about like Billy Bedlam, and
he's a font of misplaced rage.
Yeah,
and he's there psychoanalyzing him, and Baby O's just like, going, what's wrong with him? And Cameron's like, a lot.
No, I like when he comes back up from killing Billy Bedlam. Garland Green is like 2 went down, 1 comes up. And I can't remember what Poe says, but...
Oh, it wasn't my fault. And
yeah, Garland Green says, hey, you don't need to say it to me, but I know most murders are crimes of necessity. Rather than desire, but the truly great ones are, whatever.
Dahmer, Gacy, Bundy, the big 3 as they're kind of considered. Yeah. They did it because it excited them.
That's how he says it. And then he goes on and don't you try and compare that to me, and they have their little thing about semantics.
Oh yeah, and if you think I'm insane, insanity is working 50 hours a week in a cubicle, that whole bit... Poe's like murdering 30 people, semantics are not as insane. And then my favourite line in the whole thing, one girl I drove through 3 states wearing her head as a hat.
But yeah, I love it because he just drops the pretense then. He's like, there's no convincing this guy.
Because he had been making eye contact with him as well. And then he just went, do you know what? And he just turns and looks forward and has this look of fond remembrance and a soft smile as he recites it. And it's like, he's loose on the plane.
Yeah.
You've let him out of the cuffs.
Yeah. I like that you don't actually see him kill anybody as well.
No, he just wanders around.
He does. He kills that one guy. There's one guard, or I think it's a guard, is like handcuffed on the floor in front of their seats. And you see him at one point and he's sitting there looking at Garland Green loose and he's terrified. And then later on, Cyrus walks past and looks down and your man is just dead. He's like bleeding out of the ear.
I never even noticed that.
Yeah, no, he sees your man, he looks down, your man's bleeding out of the ear, and he looks at him and then he looks at Garland Green and he goes, you've had your fun, have you? And that's it. And it's particularly sinister and you don't even see it happen. It's just, you just come back and, there's a dead guy there. Yeah. Because that's how quick he is.
We forgot about Guard Falzone, who doesn't last very... Or Guard... Is it Falzone or...
The guy who's in charge?
Yeah.
I like his little speech.
Yeah.
And then hammering the Nazi guy.
I just like the fact that he calls him a Nazi muffin.
Yeah, gag and bag, this Nazi muffin.
And then elbows him in the face.
Yeah.
I do like Falzone. And his the in-flight movie, You'll Never Make Love to a Woman on the Beach Again.
Preceded by the
award-winning
short film, I'll Never Eat Steak Again, isn't it?
Like, it's actually an insanely quotable film as well. Like, there's many quippy bits in it with these, like, quite complex action, well, definitely complex explosion sequences.
Yes. We mentioned it already in terms of the start, but the pacing the whole way throughout is really good as well.
Yeah, no, because you've got your opening 20 minutes of kills a guy, court sequence, jail montage, leading up to parole,
intro to Con Air,
bus journey, then you get the whole
subplot.
Yeah, you've got the whole setup out on the tarmac with the plane and the ring of guards and yada yada yada, and there's helicopters doing
that's all in the first 20 minutes.
They load on everybody, you find out who it is, they take off, and almost immediately shit hits the fan because you've got that fantastic part with Pinball hooking up the shit on
the petrol, and then
because when they're all getting checked and they're all getting their mouth checked and they go to check his mouth and your man's like, your breath smells like shit, and his response is, he told me he loved me, or it smells like someone shit in your mouth.
Yeah, he says he told me he loved me. Yeah, he laughs and pats him on, doesn't check him properly.
So he has I think it's like floss or something like wrapped around a tooth.
Yeah, and then he pulls up the condom and takes out the petrol.
Yeah. That's like literally, they haven't, I think they're only in the air and he's like, hi, I'm going to set you on fire now.
Yep. That's, 25 minutes, we have the cons take over. And then from kind of then up until about an hour into the film, it's all your cons in the air, their plan, they land, they take on a few more cons, and it's the DEA and the marshals slowly starting to figure out what's happening. And
you've got, I do enjoy the Carson City sequence because it happens to be a massive sandstorm and they're in the ponchos.
Yeah.
And like Cyrus is ballsy enough to actually go out and be the one to talk to them.
Yeah, probably not the smartest. Maybe don't bring somebody out who's so
And then you've
profile.
got that stupid fucking white supremacist.
Who gets on the plane.
And it's like, oh my God, we took over the plane. And everyone's like, shut up, you fucking moron.
But at least Pinball says it. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Also, when he gets on the plane, he's looking. The fucking howiest stance on Poe up against the grill.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he's looking for a fight or looking for a customer for the night. Like, he's very much displaying the goods.
He's a midnight cowboy.
That would not be the airplane to be offering that on.
No, that's more Sally Can't Dance as a stag.
Yeah.
But that's also where Sally Can't Dance comes on.
Yes, I love me some Sally Can't Dance.
And Swamp Thing.
Yeah, you get Swamp Thing there as well. Calzone. No, he's not called Calzone.
No, whatever.
Cindino. He ends up as a calzone.
Yeah, they all come on there, and
you've got Poe trying to get Baby O off because in the initial like mad takeover, which is the one thing that really bothered me when Diamond Dog gets out of his cell and he's got the handcuff.
Yeah.
He slams a guard into one of the mesh things.
Yeah. And
then gouges the shit out of the medic.
Okay.
And then gets up and kills...
the medic's probably a guard too.
Yeah, but and then smashes all the insulin and everything like that. And then they actually hold that guard hostage.
Yeah.
And I was like, could you just have had the guard not be in the way? Because you're getting rid of the medic. It's very obvious that you're getting rid of the medic to create even more tension for this. Because otherwise Poe was going to get off.
Well, yeah, it's so the plot can happen.
Yes.
There are a couple of things like that are so the plot can happen. But hey, it's a big, bombastic, ridiculous 90s action film. Yeah. How accurate do you want it to be? How true to life? This is before the dark and gritty 2000s, where everything had to be realistic and super deep voiced.
And didn't feature extremely old gentlemen hiding under trucks.
Yeah, that random guy.
What happened to him when it blew up?
When what blew up?
The petrol station.
Oh, he was off to the side.
Oh, yeah. That's when you find him, is after it blows up.
I can't remember where exactly he finds him, but I assume the
He's out the back, when he runs and he does his dive out the window before the big explosion.
Yeah.
And rolls under the truck.
Yeah.
Your man's there then.
Yeah.
So he's okay, and that other poor bastard is still running across the desert.
Yeah. He probably should have stopped at some point. Like, he looks behind him and nobody's chasing him.
No, the plane is.
Well...
He looks behind him and the plane is coming
But that's a good 10 or 15 minutes later. He ran across those salt flats for 10 or 15 minutes without looking behind him once.
So stinky.
He deserves it. He also jumps out of his plane because another plane is coming towards him, and then his plane immediately just veers off to the side. So he didn't think to steer his plane at all. And the unmanned plane goes, well, fuck this, I'm not getting trashed, and steers itself off to the side. That guy's an idiot. Because he also...
And then he comes back to shout at them, sees them all, goes, especially because they're dragging the 3 guards out to shoot them.
Yeah.
And he walks up, he's like, hey, you guys...
No, that guy's a moron. Because the first thing he does is call to the radio tower, gets no response, and then says, I'm landing anyway. And there's no way he couldn't have seen that giant plane as he was coming into land. Dude is a fucking moron.
Well, he's running across the desert now.
Yeah, hopefully he died from dehydration.
Or exposure, it is the desert.
More idiotic than that 127 hours guy.
Oh, stop. Yeah, Trisha Poe and Casey Bauer kind of just there.
Oh, we've talked about enough characters. I am not talking about.
Yeah. They're just there. For some bizarre reason, they keep shuttling them around with them.
Well, I mean, they keep coming back in so that Larkin can get more information about Poe and learn that he's somebody who he can maybe trust and stuff. Yeah. why they have to keep moving them from Alabama to LA to Vegas.
Yeah, like they
especially to Vegas, like
yeah.
whatever about to LA so they can get more information and stuff, but not
Vegas?
to Vegas where the crashes happened.
Never mind the fact that realistically you actually aren't going to be seeing your husband for about another month until they get all this shit cleared up.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of paperwork and a lot of reports to be filed.
Plus he has to be actually officially released from the prison system.
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet.
No. I like the fact that they just kind of abandon... Well, I know they blow it all up, but you never get any sort of clue as to how they find that dodgy brick.
Yeah, they do. That guy thinks it's cocaine. He sees a little pile of stuff on the floor and he's like, what's that? And one of the other guys is like, cocaine?
I like it. Don't touch anything.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to open the box that says don't open.
Yeah, they're clearly idiots because, any inmate that has contraband cocaine is just going to leave it in a pile on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I keep my cocaine.
Yeah, it's for the coke rats.
Exactly, it's for the coke rats. No, that's how they find it, is they see that the pile of coke on the floor and he's like, why is this brick so soft? Why Cyrus left that stuff there in the first place and didn't just burn it? If he had the means to make a bomb, he could have easily burnt that stuff or shredded it or flushed it down the toilet.
Yeah.
But no, he leaves his plans there.
Yeah, well, it all gets incinerated anyway. Maybe that's what he was hoping, was that they would find it and open the box that says don't open.
And just take a few more people out just for the hell of it?
Yeah,
and risk his whole plan being found?
Yeah.
But again, 90s film. Stupid plot holes. It's fine.
Yeah, like there's a major explosion in a maximum security facility and no alarms go off.
Yeah.
Like, no alarms go off?
No alarms go off at all. Although, actually, before I forget, did you spot in his cell, amongst all his random shit, he had a physical hard copy of the Anarchist Cookbook?
The red one?
Oh, I don't know. I only ever had it on floppy disk. That was the point. I was like, hey, it's an actual...
Somebody printed it out.
Of the Anarchist Cookbook. I only ever had that as a file, a Word file.
Jesus, I was going to say, is that even still a thing? But this is
the Anarchist Cookbook. Of course it is.
Yeah.
You're looking it up now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Anarchistcookbook.pdf.
Yeah, book by William Powell.
Yeah, I know it exists.
Yeah, I know. You can buy it off the book depository. 90% of users like this book.
But no, the no alarm thing, and all of the things I don't like about this film are stupid, silly things like that I'm just excusing as 90s action films don't get things right. Like, that's not how diabetes or insulin works. There really should be a contingency plan for something like that.
Yeah.
The terrible 90s guitar. They're all things that are in 90s films. Just, but whatever. It's Con Air. It's so fun. It's so ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. And just when you think it's all over, it's not, because they're going to destroy Vegas too.
I don't mind the Vegas crash so much. The chase
the
Vegas
at the end chase scene is fucking ridiculous. I think Nicolas Cage was just like, I want to drive a Honda Goldwing, make it happen.
And hang off the back of a fire engine.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to have some action-y shit on the ground that's not just like close quarters on a plane.
But again, that's a real
And
90s.
he doesn't really have, when they have the junkyard sequence, he's not really involved in that because he's running to save Baby-O.
Yeah. That is a very 90s thing as well of... It's the action equivalent of the horror movie monster coming back for one last scare at the end.
Yeah.
You think everything's all done and over and he reunites with his wife. And then, oh, no, Cyrus is still escaping. There's more fun to be had.
Sidebar. How the fuck did that propeller shear its way through that plane?
How did that
and I
lamppost...
like the fact
how did that lamppost shear off a wing?
Because it's like the lamppost in GTA.
Indestructible lampposts.
Yeah. But that propeller that just goes Nyum! While they're having the fist fight and they just step apart for a second like a small child is coming through and then go back to it.
They managed to get out of the way.
But yet it's got enough speed and force
to go straight through the plane, both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, stupid 90s
I
film.
know, that's also, that the co-pilot is so stupid. It's like there sounds like there's a riot going on back there and a fire.
Yeah, I'd better open the door.
Yeah, no.
Stay there, get on the radio, and go back to base.
Yeah, see all them guards and shit? Yeah, get them to come back. Because we're coming back. Because shit's going down.
But we're just silly nitpicking in fairness.
Yeah.
What other things do you love?
Like we said, this is a series of poor choices.
Oh, yeah.
Every choice is worse than the best. It's a choose-your-own-adventure book that's just progressively worse.
But apart from all the bad choices, is there anything else that you do like in this?
The bad choices are everything I like in this. No, honestly. John Malkovich. John
Malkovich and Steve Buscemi.
And Steve Buscemi.
Like Garland Green and the little girl. That scene is just so fucking... I think everybody knows that scene.
Yeah, that scene is so fucking weird and creepy. And I just like the fact that he appears on the plane later. Everything that Steve Buscemi does in this film is just perfection.
Oh, yeah.
Probably one of the very first things I saw him in, closely followed by Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
So, vast difference. And he kind of looks like a serial killer.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he does. He looks proper creepy.
Yeah. But with the kind of very placid stare and smile that he's got going on. That kind of Mona Lisa smile that he wears all the time, like he's in on the joke and nobody else is.
And it's the perfect casting for it as well, because he's the most unassuming and least threatening looking of all of them.
And he's not in prison uniform, he's in like that white...
He's in
the white shirt, and it's all very well pressed and very neat and crisp, and his hair is perfect all the time.
That's part of his prison get-up, because it has segregated written down the leg. Yeah,
but it's so, like, everything about it is so crisp as well. Yeah. Whereas all the other cons are in wife beaters and denim.
Yeah.
Like, they're out on a prison farm somewhere.
I know there's one other thing that you love apart from all the bad choices. Sally Can't Dance.
I love me some Sally Can't Dance. I do. Oh. No, but for me, like, when did this come out? 97. That was one of the first times, like, I know it's not exactly great representation.
Yeah.
But it was just like, and nobody bats an eyelid, like, when she comes running past them all when they're digging the plane out.
Yeah, in the dress.
And it's just like, hi,
oh, well,
boys.
there's wolf whistles.
Yeah. And it was one of the first times I'd ever seen that, and it wasn't like, oh my god, a scary trans person, or somebody being made fun of, like in Naked Gun.
Yeah.
And where it's just like, everybody just kind of looked at it and went, yeah, okay. And carries on, like when she runs up to Cyrus and is like, what can I do? And he gives her the gun and then tucks the magazine down her dress.
Yeah, if they get past, scratch their eyes out.
But I love that because it was just this, like, acceptance from all these massive, big, burly guys. And
that's what I was going to say, is when Diamond Dog walks past with the sunglasses on.
Oh, he looks good in them sunglasses too.
Sally Can't Dance is like, hey, they're my sunglasses and they're mine now, sister.
Yeah.
Men.
But that's it. They don't treat her.
Now, in fairness, in world, the reason for that is probably because they're all cons. And
I know, but like to see it being not made a big deal of on screen, especially in the 90s.
Yeah.
Coronation Street, I
know, but we're not talking about Coronation Street.
But to see something like just be accepted instead of it, like I said, being ridiculed or
it's not to put it again. Sally Can't Dance is
and I've always loved Sally Can't Dance because of that.
Yeah, I don't think...
Even before I understood why I loved her, I've always loved her for the fact that she was unapologetically her. And the first thing she does when she gets off that airplane is goes and finds a pretty dress.
Yeah.
And then comes back.
Maybe in the 90s it was supposed to be funny that Sally Can't Dance was so obviously gay and camp. But watching it now, it doesn't come off as, say, anything like, I don't know, Ace Ventura. You know what I mean? Like there's...
Well, the Naked Gun, Anna Nicole.
Yeah.
That's...
But yeah, Renoli...
what the representation had been up until that point.
Renoli Santiago as Sally Can't Dance is just so much fun.
When at the fight scene at the end, when Poe goes to hit her...
Slash her
instead because he can't hit it because she's in the corner going clutching her pearls,
and Poe is such
a gentleman,
yes.
He's not going to hit a woman with a closed fist but an open palm.
But I think that's about it for Con Air, unless there's anything you'd like to add.
No, Johnny 23 does come to quite a satisfying end.
Johnny 23?
Yeah.
Yes.
This one's dead. No shit, they Jurassic Parked him.
Yes, they did. But yeah, any closing thoughts on Con Air?
It's silly.
It is. It's ridiculous. And it knows it's ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It knows it's ridiculous. And it's ridiculous fun too.
And you've got two stories going on, both of which are as entertaining. You've got the cons on the plane.
Yeah.
And then you've got the interaction between all the agents on the ground.
Larkin and Malloy, yeah.
They're having their own shit going on, which culminates in Larkin stealing Malloy's car.
Yes. That is, of course, the flying car is, of course, fun. Can't believe we almost didn't mention the flying car.
Especially when it comes when he finds it.
Yeah.
That can't be mine. I left that parked.
I left that at the office.
Their whole fucking shift fit, the tank helicopters. When he's like, we're going after him, and he's in a Black Hawk, and they have the two like fucking attack helicopters. chasing down that poor tourist plane.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on with them is as entertaining as what's going on the plane.
I don't know that it's as entertaining, but it helps with the pacing to have it broken up.
Yeah.
That we're not just constantly on the plane.
But when you look at something like The Cell, where everything to do with the agents...
Oh God, yeah, all of the police stuff was garbage in that. Yeah. And
whereas that really was like, the parts in the dream or in the mindscape are fucking incredible. But the actual things that were moving along the plot in the outside world were fucking
dragging
dire.
it down, yeah.
The stuff that's going on the plane is hilarious and fun, and they're having a party and they're dancing to Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Which Garland has some wonderful things to say about that.
Yes, he does.
And so it's like party time. It's like the ultimate party wagon on the plane. And then you've got all this animosity and stress and sniping and like almost husband and wife, old married couple bitchery.
Yeah, it is that.
It's the agents.
Well, it's that odd couple pairing.
Yeah. Also, you've got Malloy being like, fuck it, if those fucking FBI agents are gonna get him, they're not getting mine.
Well, that's it. Yeah, it's not even like it's their last chance to catch this guy. The guy's already been caught. He's just moving prison. And they just don't want the FBI to get the glory. That's all. Yeah,
they think they want to find out something about some shipment or whatever.
Yeah, before he gets handed off to the FBI and they get the glory. I'm pretty sure is what Malloy says. It is. It's a ridiculously fun film.
Yeah, there's not any part of it that's not enjoyable except for maybe the first 10 minutes, but you know.
But you got to start a film though.
Yeah.
You got to start a film. And Leanne Rimes. No, thank you.
Yeah, and in terms of first 10 minutes of movies.
At least it's only 10.
Yeah, at least it ain't up.
And yes, at least it's not up.
It's the fucking most depressing introduction to a movie I've ever watched in my life.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah, this just bangs through what you need to know.
Yeah.
And then just gets straight to the fun.
It is the best of the 90s.
Yes.
It really is.
And some of the worst of the 90s.
But in a good way.
That guitar solo is not a good thing.
No, okay, yeah, okay. That's probably one of the only proper, not silly, nitpicky bits that I do not like about this film is that fucking guitar solo. You are correct.
No, but it is. It's one of those big blockbuster films that has kind of died out.
Yeah, you don't.
Michael Bay would have been the last of the big blockbuster directors of this style.
Yeah, I would say the nearest thing to it at the minute. Well, there's a few, but they're all on like Netflix and stuff like that. You had like that.
They've gone back
that
to
Red
that kind
thing.
of style.
Was it Red with Ryan Reynolds and The Rock and Gal Gadot? And I think that's where those kind of action flicks are now. Is they're on streaming. But then, if they were in theatres, we wouldn't be going to see them anyway, because we don't go to the cinema anymore.
No, I refuse to pay for money for something I might be disappointed in.
It's not so much that I'm worried about being disappointed by the movie, so much as I am the assholes who would be sitting in and around me.
Yeah, I don't like to deal with people.
Yeah.
I very much would like people to be away from me.
Even now, I still think that the type of flicks that they're getting on Netflix and those type of just straight action flicks, they don't have that same 90s shine to them.
No, because there is something to be said for the likes of like Demolition Man.
That's definitely a future episode.
Oh yeah, but like they never took themselves seriously. Now The Rock does take itself extremely seriously, but the majority of them, like Face Off is ridiculous. Broken Arrow is stupid. Soldier, he says one line in the whole thing.
Oh, I wouldn't put Soldier in with films like that. No.
Universal Soldier, though, yes.
Yeah, maybe. That perhaps more so.
Eraser, also stupid.
Yeah.
Any Arnie film from then, except, Kindergarten Cop, doesn't take itself seriously.
But it's all, I think...
Last Action Hero.
Blockbusters aren't action now. Blockbusters nowadays are superhero films.
Or, like, dramas.
You had those back then as well, but
the Oscar bait ones.
Yeah, but the big for everybody
the summer blockbuster.
Yeah, summer blockbuster movies now are all comic book movies.
Yeah,
at least for the foreseeable future. Not that I have a problem with that, but yeah, I do kind of miss this kind of. I suppose Avatar would be the nearest. No. It would be the nearest thing to it at the minute, though. You know, it's sci-fi, but yes, I know. But yeah, bring back more Con Air. Bring back crazy Nicolas Cage with long hair.
Well, we're going to get crazy Nicolas Cage with long hair in Renfield because he's Dracula, because he's just given up on the pretense and has admitted that he is Gotham of the night.
Yeah.
The man owned a dinosaur skull, for fuck's sake.
And a million castles.
Yeah, he kept buying castles.
He just kept buying castles.
The poor accountant was like, please stop. Especially because he had to give the skull back to Mongolia.
I'm not going on a skull tangent at the end of the episode.
But yeah, Nicolas Cage being a lunatic is so much fun.
Yes, more of that, please.
Yes.
More ridiculous 90s action.
Yes.
And go back and watch Con Air, because it's fun.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of talking about this type of movie. What was that one where it was all the old, like the big stars of the 80s?
Expendables.
That's it. That would have been the last kind of this style, but even then, I don't know.
Well, I mean, we don't watch enough new movies to be able to say that categorically anyway.
Yeah. No, this is a great evening's watch.
It is. And we will be back next week with another film that we have watched a million times instead of any new films.
Yeah, because why watch something new?
Well, we do occasionally.
Yeah.
But we are also definitely creatures of habit. Not very well prepared creatures of habit, because we never know what we're doing.
No.
But we will be back next week with something as per usual.
Yeah, there'll be something. We don't know what it is, but it'll happen.
It will happen. It always happens. But in the meantime, guys, if you want, you can head back and listen to our previous episodes or our other podcast, Mono Rants the Boys. Or you can come and find us on Twitter at RantsMono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. And we'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Monorants.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Jesse from Sudden But Inevitable and Open Pike Night.
This is Science